Come to our group presentation. We are teachers candidate Sir Dharmendra Sahadeo, Ms. Mohini Prasad, Ms. Beyonce Long, Ms. Danmati Jaiprasad, Ms. Narifa Inchanali, Ms. Rihanna Torres, Ms. Sasha Singh, Ms. Talia Ganesh, Ms. Yolanda Terrell, and myself, Ms. Vindhya Mohan. We selected scenario 1, class president election. Explanation of process. In this study, the researchers wanted to understand how different voting methods can affect the outcome of an election. To do this, we created a model of democratic election using 4 fictional candidates: Alice Johnson, Bob Smith, Carl Thomas, and David Brown. To make our investigation more realistic, the researchers simulated a group of 60 voters. Instead of treating all voters as one large group, they divided these voters into 4 voting blocks. Each block had its own rank preference order, meaning each group had a different pattern for how they preferred the 4 candidates. This setup was important because it allowed the study to reflect real-life elections where different groups of people have different opinions. It helped the researchers see how support for a candidate varies across groups. It made it easier to analyze patterns in voting behavior, such as candidates are consistently liked or disliked. To compare how election results can change based on the vote system used, the researchers applied 2 different methods. One, the Border count method. Voters rank all candidates from most to least preferred. Points are assigned based on ranking. For example, the first place gets the most points, while the last place would get the least points. The candidates with the highest total points wins. This method uses all the voters' preferences, not only their first choice. The plurality method. Voters choose only their top preferred candidate, that is the first place vote. The candidate with the most first place votes win. This method ignores all other rankings, focusing only on the top choice. By analyzing the same group of voters using 2 different voting systems, the researchers were able to observe something very important. The same set of preferences can produce different winners, depending on which method is used. This shows that election outcomes are not only determined by voter preferences but also how votes are counted. This comparison highlights a key idea studied in social choice theory and voting mathematics. Different election rules can lead to different results, even with the same voters and the same candidates. This is an important reminder that the design of a voting system can significantly affect fairness, representation, and the final outcome of an election.
This here is showing our 4 candidates, their party name, party symbol, and party color. First, we have Alicia Johnson, party name Sunrise Party. This suggests a focus of new beginnings and hope. Party symbol, a sun, and party color, yellow. Secondly, we have Bob Smith, party name Unity Party. This suggests a platform of bringing people together or national harmony. Party symbol, a dove, and party color, blue. Thirdly, we have Carl Thomas, party name Green Growth Party. This clearly indicates an environmental focus with an economic platform. Party symbol, a leaf, party color, green. And lastly, we have David Brown, party name Progress Party. This suggests a forward-looking platform, focus on change and reform. Party symbol, a star, and party color, red.
Plurality system, electoral process in which the candidate who polls more votes than any other candidate is elected. It is distinguished from the majority vote system, in which to win, a candidate must receive more votes than all other candidates combined. Election by a plurality is most common method of selecting candidates for public offices. Advantages of plurality systems are that it is easily understood by voters, provides a quick decision, and is more convenient and less costly to operate than other methods. The main argument against it is that in an election with more than two candidates, it may result in the election of candidate who has received only a minority of vote cast. For example, in a closely contested election with four candidates, the total required to win by plurality could be as little as 25% of the total votes plus one. To overcome this disadvantage, alternative devices, such as election by an absolute majority and proportional representation, are used. The plurality method operates best under a two-party system. Election by plurality is not limited to government. It is commonly used in the selection of officers in such large organizations as trade unions and professional associations, and also in arriving at decision at meeting of boards of directors and trustees. So for our example, we have candidate's name, party symbol, and party color. First candidate, we have Alice Johnson. Our party name is Sunrise Party. Her party symbol, sun, and party color, yellow. Second candidate, we have Bob Smith. His party name is Unity Party. Party symbol, dove. Party color, blue. Third candidate, Carol Thompson. Party name, Green Growth Party. Party symbol, leaf, and party color, green. Last candidate, we have David Brown. His candidate name is Progress Party. Party symbol, star, and party color, red. So in plurality count method, for plurality count with four candidates, one standard way is each person chooses one candidate and the candidate with the most votes win, even if they don't receive more than half of the total votes. So the findings were we have the candidates, the number of votes, and the percentage of vote. So for Alice Johnson, she would have gained 15 votes with a percentage of 25. Bob Smith would have gained 25 votes with a percentage of 41.7. Carol Thompson would have gained 9 votes with a percentage of 15. And lastly, David Brown would have gained 11 votes with a percentage of 18.3. So we have the total amount of votes, which is 60, and the total percent of votes, which is 100. So stimulatingly, Bob Smith wins the vote with 25 votes, which is 41.7% of voters. So comparison of findings. We have different winners shows different appreciation of support. Plurality winner Bob Smith, he receives the largest number of first place votes, but he only has 41.7%, meaning most voters, 58.3%, preferred someone else. So plurality rewards strong core support and not broad consensus.
Border favors consensus. Plurality favors polarization. On the border, Alice ties with Bob because even though she has fewer first place votes than Bob, she is consistently placed second in many blocks. Under plurality, she loses because those second place positions give her no credit. This illustrates plurality rewards strong but possibly narrow support. Border rewards candidates with broad appeal across the electorate.
Carroll and David's differences in ranking. Carroll and David remain stable in both systems. However, Carroll benefits on the border from being ranked second or third frequently. David's first place strength in Block D doesn't rescue him on the border because he is ranked last frequently. Here we have the candidate name and the border rank and plurality rank. Candidate Carroll, border rank third place, plurality rank third place. Candidate David, border rank fourth place, plurality rank fourth place.
Comparative findings summary. Different voting methods give different results. The border method, which uses rankings, showed a tie between Alice and Bob. The plurality method, which uses only first choice votes, made Bob the clear winner. These conflicting results show that no voting system is perfect. This reflects Arrow's impossibility theorem. Finally, the methods show that fairness in voting depends on whether we use ranking or a single choice, which can change the outcome.
In conclusion, the analysis of the election using the two different voting systems, the plurality and the border count, reveals that different methods can produce different winners. Even when based on the same voter preferences, under the plurality method, Bob Smith emerged as the winner with 41.7% of the votes, while the border count revealed in a tie between Alice Johnson and Bob Smith, each earning 98 points. These inconsistencies illustrate Arrow's impossibility theorem, which states that no voting system can perfectly satisfy all fairness criteria when there are three or more candidates. This finding underscores the challenge of designing a fair and unbiased voting method. Ultimately, this study demonstrates how mathematical reason can be applied to real-world issues of fairness and decision making, helping to analyze the strengths and weaknesses of different electoral systems through quantitative modeling. And that has brought us to the end of our presentation. Thank you.